Hey guys, it's Candy B here. YouTube, I am doing Facebook Live, so be patient with me tonight. I'm gonna share a little bit of my story, why I stayed with my company, and my mentor is actually gonna ask me a few questions. I'm gonna bring her up shortly once she hops on here, so I'll be getting myself right. So let's see, she's not on here because we were doing it on her page, and there was a lot of static going on. Okay. Hi, Toya. I'm waiting on Kim to pop her up on the screen. So she wants to ask me a few questions. Let me see if she's on here. Where is she? Y'all be patient because y'all know me with this Facebook stuff now. Hold on. Let me see where this girl at. Where's she at? So, hope you guys are having a great night. I'm going to give her a little minute. So if you don't know, still not her. Hey, Denise. I'm waiting on Kim, who is my mentor. She wants to ask me a few questions. We actually were gonna do it from her page, but the sound got all crazy. So I'm waiting on her on my page, but I don't see her. Where's she at? Okay, there she goes. There she goes. Okay. So yeah, like I said, y'all bear with me here. Now I did. Okay. Are we good?
Don't be calling me your mentor.
You are. You
Oh,
my
okay, that's
sister.
better. Okay, so we
Yeah.
got it.
Yes.
We got it.
Yeah, girl.
Okay, so we rocking and rolling now. Let me get this little crimp dread right here.
Really? Kills. I feel like we're like, gosh, I
I
miss you.
know. I know. Don't make me do the ugly faces. All right, so we got to check our time because we'll start talking. I know I do feel closer. Okay, it's 9:05. So remember we said we're going to keep this short. All right, so
10
you did
minutes.
your intro?
Excuse me?
You did your intro?
I did. We were waiting on you. I did it like 10 times.
Oh, hush. All right. Well, everyone, I am K. I am in the SAV. Kim out of Savannah, Georgia, and I work with Candy B. And so for the longest time, she and I have been talking about just coming online. We have a lot of videos on YouTube together from when we used to be in those streets, but we've never done like an actual interview just to give you more background into Candy B because she has a fascinating story. So that's what we're going to do now. So, Miss Candy B, tell the people a little bit about yourself. Are you just a pretty face? No.
Absolutely. Absolutely not. I am a I am a single mom of twin boys with special needs. Um, Actually, I have a college degree, a business degree, a 4-year degree, and my history is my background is in retail. I've been in retail since I was 16, but I actually started in management when I was around like 21, all the way up to the age of 30.
So, like, what was that like working in retail?
Oh, well,
You
um,
making me feel all my gums.
it was it was I'm gonna be honest with you, it was very stressful because when I first moved to, actually, okay, let me say I am from Alabama. So when I graduated college, I was about 23 years old, and I moved here to Atlanta. I came here looking for a job. So it took me 2 years to find a decent paying job, and it really wasn't decent money, about what, 15, $16 an hour, and then I would get like a
That's
25.
pretty decent, especially for retail.
Yeah, and at that time I did not have any children. However, I was missing out on so many things. Like, I used to get so mad when my friends would be out, like going out to barbecues and stuff, and I would be at work because my schedule was like 9 to 6, and on the weekends I would have to work like a 1 to 10, but that's actually like a 1 to 11 if you're in the mall, like I was. And on Sundays
Hmm.
we had to work a half a day, and that would be like a 9 to 6 until the mall closed. But you have to count all the money, make sure everything is straightened. So it wasn't just 40 hours. I was assistant manager, by the way. So it was more like 60 hours. So it was a lot.
That's
Like,
crazy.
I never spent any holidays with my family or my children. Even when I got pregnant, the job did cause a little stress and strain on me due to me being pregnant with twins, you know, on my feet constantly. And during this time, which is Christmas and New Year's, you know, it's like you would really work like 70 hours. You don't really get a break
Extended
there.
hours.
Yeah, you know, I was working a lot of hours. But like I said, to me, back then that was, you know, it was good money. I was like, I never made this amount of money ever in my life. So and not even to talk about the student loan debt, but yes.
Don't get me started on that, because you know I used to work in higher education, and the first office I worked in was a financial aid office. Um, so yeah, we'll just skip past that.
Yeah.
Anywho, when did you join the Better Bodybuilders and TLC?
You said, excuse me, what was that? Did you say when or why?
When?
Oh, when?
When?
In 2016. Actually, I know the month. It was in March. I found you online because I actually started in this industry. I wasn't with this company, but I wanted a different type of leadership, and I wanted to know what I was doing when I started this. I was very hungry. You know, I wanted something different for my life. So at that time I was 30 years old, and I had that kind of like panic attack. I don't know if anybody on here is 30 or, you know, or above, but if you, once you turn 30, you know, you're like, dang it, I don't have any significance in my life.
Right.
I felt like that. I felt like I wasn't living in purpose. So not only that, I was broke. Okay, didn't have no money. So
With 2 kids.
yeah, two little boys. So I just kept asking God to help me to, you know, help me to do something different. And not only that, send somebody, you know, and I will do it. I won't complain. I will just do it. And that's when I was on Periscope and I found you. And it's really ironic that you were 15 minutes away.
Good old Periscope.
Yeah, 15 minutes away. I mean, you know, you cannot complain. And then when God sends you something, you can't be like, well, I don't want to do it. That was never my case. I've always been hungry, and I've always been willing to do what I have to do to get where I need to be.
And see, this is the beauty of doing like the online world, right? The world
Right,
is so big, but with the power of the internet, we're all so much closer than we think, even if it's not physical, and like it
right,
was with you and I initially, virtually, because now we're not 15 minutes away because
right,
I moved,
mm-hmm,
right?
right,
But look how close we are just even in this broadcast. So that's the reason why I always tell, what do I tell everybody on the team? Do videos, do videos, do videos. You never know who it will lead you to, whether they be 15 hours away or 15 minutes away. It does not matter. Just do the videos. So now when you joined, I can't believe it was 2016, but gosh, I think you're right. It seems like just yesterday, right? But when you joined, our company is constantly evolving, right?
right.
At the time that you joined, we didn't have all this online stuff. So remember, we were like feet in the streets, and like you said, you were looking for something. So I was recording videos in the comfort of my home, but you wanted to go out in the streets. Lord of mercy. So it's so funny because when you joined me at that time, what you didn't know is that I didn't really go in the streets like that. And we have tons of, like I said, videos and stories about being out there in the streets. But I want you to tell the people about how it was, and you can be honest. People who watch my channel knew how I roll, but tell people how it was going in the streets with me, and then just, just going in the streets, period. Just that offline marketing, that old school network marketing. Because now you and I both stay at home, and we
Right,
really don't go on the streets, unless we're running errands.
right.
But before, we were hitting them streets, like going up to random strangers and parking lots, just getting the job done, because we both were mothers that were trying to pay the bills and needing something outside of a paycheck because we didn't have
Absolutely.
paychecks,
Right.
and just doing whatever it took to get the job done. But now we have an online system. But for all the people out there who think that they can't do something because they're scared to, tell me, when we initially went in the streets, were you scared?
Yes, I was terrified. However, I was the one that wanted to do it because, like I said from the beginning, I was very hungry, and at that time, I had no money. So I wanted to do something different, and I didn't care if it scared me. I did it anyway. And when I got out there, you know, Kim would be like, let's just do it. Let's just go talk to people. And I would just be like, what am I supposed to say? But I just started talking.
I'd be like, we gonna figure it out when we in front of them.
And I just started talking, and I can say that experience was terrifying, but it made me a beast. It made me to be more, have that relationship with people and not be afraid, because what are we afraid of? Fear is unseen. It really is. Like, you afraid of something that you don't even know what's going to happen. And I have to thank God for that. I thank God for you going out there with me. It was a terrifying experience, but I learned people. I learned how to interact and communicate with people, and learn that fear is nothing. Like, what is that? You know, you can conquer anything. So, yeah, I was terrified, but it has really built me. And like I said, I'm not going to say that I'm not afraid of anything, because I am afraid of dogs and snakes. But when it comes to talking to people, I don't have that fear. Because it's not like we were out there like, come buy this tea. No.
Right.
It was not that. We were very professional. And
But we
actually
had a good time too.
yeah, people actually came to us, and I met so many people, gosh, network. I mean, people that were like an author. Did we meet someone that he does, he writes children books or something like that? So many people,
Right.
you never know who you're going to meet. And even the people, like, because our energy was so good, we attracted people that wanted it. We attracted those
See, remember when we first went out and we were like super nervous, and then we started doing it enough that we got more relaxed. And like, remember when we went to the Ritz-Carlton and we were just like at the table,
gosh,
and people would walk by. Remember, people would walk by and be like, so what do you ladies do? And we'd be like, oh, this is
right. Yes, so it was definitely a great experience, and I know that was a part of my journey. I don't regret that at all.
And that's important. I'm happy that you brought that up, because the network marketing right now gets a bad rap. Like, people are like, it's tons of ways to make money easy. Why would you go out there and be talking to people? But what a lot of people do not understand is that we are in a connection economy. We are in forming a relationship with someone is the quickest way to really, increase your wealth, increase your worth, and then increase your wealth. Because the more people you know, you can piggyback off of their experiences.
Absolutely.
And it went from us just trying to sell the tea to us actually not trying. We said we're not going to say try, right? But it went from us, selling tea in the streets, to us going out and just seeing who is all around us. Like, who is this person next to us? Who is giving us the vibration that we are attracted to want to know more about them. And like you said, we met tons of people with crazy backgrounds and just formed relationships. And the great thing that I like about that initial period that we had of going out into the streets is the fact that when you're talking to people face to face, you can't act like you didn't see them. You can't, on the computer, if somebody types you a message, you can be like, ooh, what do I say? What do I say? But when they're in your face,
oh, it's a whole different. You got to come with it, whether you are.
And
I'm going to be honest with you. There were days where, like, I remember this lady in Walmart. I never forget. She's in the military. Actually, I still have her number to this day. I told her, I was like, look, I'm doing something new. I'm a mom, and I'm freaking nervous. Like, I'm not here,
I think I remember that. Was that the potato chip aisle?
I told her the truth, because, a lot of times we feel like we can't be honest, or, we have to be, oh, I don't want to say nothing, I'm scared. But, a lot of people, when you are doing what you got to do, they respect it, whether you're nervous or not. They respect that.
They really do. People were so much nicer than I thought they would be.
Right. Absolutely.
They were so, and they were laughing at us. Well, not laughing at us. They were laughing with us, because they were like, do y'all work here? And we'd be like, no.
Yeah, we were at Walmart
don't just say Walmart. We went to hair salons. We went to barbershops. We went to clothing stores. Shut up. There's a lot of people at Walmart. We went to the mall. We went everywhere. We were just feet on the streets for real. But like you said, the great thing about that is now with the company going into more of an online model, because network marketing is majority women, especially majority single women. Okay. And it's super, super important that there's a way, because think about it, at the time that we were in the streets, I had a husband, so he was watching the kid, and you had some help watching the twins, but now both of us don't have that help.
Right.
So we can't just go to Walmart like we did before. So it's a great thing that our company embraces progression, evolution, and now we're
Absolutely.
on. Oh, girl. And now we're doing 100% online, like I said, except for when we're running our daily errands. And now we will talk to somebody that we're attracted to or whatever. Um, but with the online model, all of that stuff that we did in the streets is really serving us now, because now it's nothing to talk to somebody online. If you can talk to them face to face, it's nothing to talk to them online. So
Yeah.
again, with network marketing, the thing that I like is the fact that, you know, both of us were in a place where we did not like our financial situation, but both of us knew that in order for us to grow our money, we had to grow our mind. We had
Absolutely.
to grow
Absolutely.
ourselves. And you cannot be afraid to do that. Otherwise, you are making a decision to stay stuck.
Yeah.
And what do we say today? I was telling you today that being broke is the most expensive decision you
And
can
I definitely agree with
ever.
that. I agree with that.
Oh, you lose, you pay late fees, you pay higher interest, you miss out on deals that save you money, you have to wait, everything is a premium. It's just, it's a horrible feeling. And we just came through the holidays. There were a lot of sales, a lot of people missed money or weren't able to get the gifts that they wanted to for their kids. I am so thankful to our company that I was able to buy my son a bike, not worry about it, not on a credit card. I used to live by credit cards, but now if I don't have it, then I can go create a sale, and literally like my back office is like a bank account. So I'm
Right. That's
just super excited about that.
yeah, and that's something that I want to share, and I won't be long with that. And going back to piggybacking what you just said, you know, being broke is too expensive, and that's one thing that really brought me. One thing that really brought me into this business was my sons. I will never forget. You ever had that moment where you just like, man, I'm tired. You just cry and you get on your knees, and that's one of those moments that I had. I never forget. I went to Walmart and I had $10. And like you said, you know, I was used to my kid's father. We had been together for 8 years, and all of a sudden, you know, it was just me and the boys. And I only had $10, and that was to get like some Clorox and some things for the house. And I remember
Mm.
going through the toy aisle, and Cameron was like, "Mommy, I want this toy." And my babies was like 3 or 4 at that time, and the toy was like $4. I never forget, it was $4.97. And you could see my eyes tearing up because I was so pissed and I was so mad that I could not afford $5. It wasn't about giving it to my son, but $5,
Yeah.
$5, that is, it's not cool. And I know that I'm a child of the Most High, and I know He would never want me to live like that. And that is one of the things where I just came home and I said, you know what? I can't I can't live like this. This ain't cool. $5, you know, I just can't buy a combo when I get paid. I want to eat off the combo menu every day. I don't really do combos, but you know,
Right.
I go to dinner. But I'm just saying, you know, that was one of the moments where I said I can't afford to be broke. This is not cool. It's not fair to my sons.
Um, I'm this is about you, so I'm not gonna put myself in it, but let's just say we've all been there.
Right.
And especially, I will say this, nobody likes that feeling, but especially when you've done what you think you were supposed to do by going to higher education, getting a degree so you can have a quote unquote, you know, get a good job and have a quote unquote good life. That really ticks you off, because now you got the student loan debt, but you still don't have the income,
Yeah,
which is
you
like,
right. Your student loan debt is more than what you would make. Like I know that on my job, I would never make $60,000. I probably would never hit 50,000 until I was like
oh no.
65.
Right. Yeah. Now I want to ask you this. In this profession, in the company that we're in, are you rich? Are you rich yet? How's your little business going? Are you rich?
Yes, I'm rich.
You are rich in the spiritual realm. But
Yes.
no, seriously, are you rich?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
But I am
Right.
rich in my, you know, that's my affirmation. I'm rich.
And you know I'm going somewhere with this
Yes,
because
I
we
do.
are rich. But let
Yeah.
me ask you this. You still there's still times when you need more consistent income coming in. Have you tried applying for jobs? Like, why you just don't get a job?
What? Okay, let me talk about that a little bit. Actually, I have been looking for a job. However, I had a job, plenty of jobs, right? But a lot of jobs don't want to work with my schedule. As I just said to you guys earlier, I have sons with special needs. They had about 9 doctors. They were going to therapy at one time from Monday through Saturday. And not only that, when I started working, I had to put the boys in after school care. And that was like $90 a week. So 90 times 4 is $360. If you making 11, 12, $13, that really defeats the purpose of them. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even make sense. You're putting out
Right, because you can't get a full-time job because they have so many doctors.
right. And so I couldn't get a full-time job. And nobody wants to, like I said, I applied for so many jobs. Nobody wants to call me back. So I always take that as, that and everybody know on here, if you follow me, I talk a lot about God and I have that personal relationship with God. I don't force things. I feel like if he's not opening that door, go full time, run with what you have. And a lot of people, they force certain things like, oh my God, I don't have a job. Or, I talked about when I had to go to the budget class at church, and it was like so many people in there, they were unemployed. They had been unemployed 5-6 years, and they waiting on somebody to call them. You have to learn
Very
a
common.
skill.
Very
Your
common.
skill will pay you more than your job skills. Okay? Because one thing about a job, and let me tell you about that too. When I quit my job for my sons, because I kept calling out all the time, I knew they was gonna probably try to fire me, but they didn't. What happened was, about 4 months later, the store closed anyway. The store that I worked for 5 years doesn't even exist anymore. So the door was gonna close anyway. The door was, either way it goes, God definitely has something else bigger than what I could imagine. So I just left it at that. But yes, I've applied for plenty of jobs, and I did a couple of months ago, but that doesn't work for me.
Let me ask you this. What about working from home? Why you just don't work from home then?
Because when you work from home, you have to be quiet, and there's a schedule too. I apply for some jobs where you can work like 9 to 6 or maybe 9 to 5. And as I said to you before, I could put my sons in after school care, but they go to therapy. So on Mondays and Tuesdays, they would, who gonna pick them up from school?
Right.
And what
Right.
job is
And,
gonna
and
let
you're
me
telling
off?
the truth. And you're telling the truth because I used to work from home, but it had to be completely quiet. It wasn't like I could just stop what I was doing because my son needed to eat. I had to feed him only on my break, and my son is older
Right.
than your twins. So he basically would just sit there and do his homework, but he hated me working from home because he saw me, but he couldn't talk to me. He couldn't interact with me. He was just in the room with me, and we used to write to each other on a board. So if he wanted something, if he wanted to get like and I was almost like a prisoner in my house because I couldn't leave my office, except during my breaks.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't like just go downstairs whenever I wanted to and do whatever. No, that phone was ringing back to back, and I was logging notes for the support notes. I was doing but I like client support, whatever. But yeah, working from home is good in some respects, but it's not the answer for everybody. So yeah, I mean, I have to take my son only to the dentist. I mean, the regular doctor's appointments, and it's still hard for me to remember to do that.
Right, right, right.
So I can imagine taking 2 boys to 8 to 9 doctors every single week. That just blows my mind that you do that. But I'm happy that you are putting your boys first and making sure that you are able to do that. So let me ask you this. Because we are, well over 10 minutes.
Yeah, my phone is actually about to go dead. I'm like, okay, let me go charge it real quick.
I know I got the signal too. But let me ask you this. So we talked about, you've been doing this now for a while. It has not always been easy. What is your best customer experience though?
Oh my gosh. I
I
have a
know it's
lot of
hard to pick.
I have a lot of those, but I have to say, I'm not gonna call her name because my clients, they're really shy. and they don't really like all that. They don't like all that attention. But I have to say, when my fifth or sixth client actually, she hit her goal. She had tried so many things, like from she was going to get shots and so much other stuff they got out there. And when she actually hit her goal and she started calling me like, "Hey, I'm working out now," and "Hey, I like to eat what do you call it, like kale chips." I was like, "What?" And she was calling me about like I remember when she went to Walmart and she was like, "Hey, they got some protein in here. Should I get this, and that?" And I felt so good because she was making it a lifestyle. It wasn't just about the weight. Until this day, it's been almost a year since she's been with me now. It's probably going to be a year coming up. And she's made it a lifestyle change. I have more clients, but that was the one that really, because like I said, she had spent so much money on so many things. And she was like, "I'm glad that I actually gave these products a try." And she snatched, baby. Snatched, baby.
You made me do a double chin. I was supposed to laugh like this.
Yes.
But that is a very rewarding feeling. So is that the reason why you stay?
I stay for my clients, and I stay because I'm making an impact on not just others' lives, but my sons. I'm gonna leave a legacy. So that's the most important for my mother and my grandmother. My grandmother is 86 years old, and I've always been the one in my family where I kind of got to be the man and the woman. Didn't really see many guys. So that is the reason why I stay. Even when the days I feel really bad and I want to give up, I think about my mother, my sons, my family, my legacy, and leaving something here when I go. I don't want to leave
But
Kimberly.
now let me ask you though. But you could do any network marketing company. So why do you stay in this one?
Whew.
All
Because
right, we gotta wrap it up. We gotta wrap it up.
okay, I'm gonna wrap it up. Well, actually, I mean, this company, with the incentives that they give, every Friday we have Fun Friday. You have chances to win things, and not only that, is our CEO is very humble, and it was one more thing I wanted to say. The products, they actually work. I wouldn't want to promote
And
something
they're
that didn't.
affordable.
Yeah, I mean, very affordable. So that is one of the reasons that I stay. And I feel like this too. Why should I hop and jump around when there is progress here? Why do that? What sense does that make? And it has definitely made me become a better woman. I'm definitely not the person that I was a month ago, and I might not be the person that I am today. I'm be somebody totally different tomorrow, because that's how much personal development that I do. So yes, that is why I stay here. And then with our new system we got, our customers are going to be preferred customers now. Just so much stuff. So
Right.
yes.
They actually listen to us in the field. And like you said, our products are affordable. We're helping the people to lose weight, but without a diet. Like we just came off of the holiday season, and I know I had a customer who went on a cruise and she was like, I still enjoyed my cruise. But the thing is, I now listen to my body. I understand portion control. My appetite is not as much, but she didn't feel like she had to leave anything out because she can only drink smoothies. No shade to anybody who has a smoothie product or whatever, but she didn't feel like she had to sacrifice the full experience of being on a cruise, including the eating, just because she's a part of Total Life. She's a Total Life Changes client. And so I was really, really happy because I know I didn't sacrifice nothing this holiday season. I ate very well. You know how I do. But I want to end with this. Tell people what if they want to join Candy B, because like your strength, not just as a mother and as a person, but as a businesswoman, how your Facebook following has grown, how your YouTube channel has grown, how you tell me some things now and I'm like, oh girl, thank you, I didn't know. So you've taught me a lot of stuff. So if somebody wants to plug into you as a leader and get your leadership, who is the ideal person to join your team, and how can they contact
They can contact me on they can actually send me a message, or you could contact me at workyourbody.com. I'll actually put the link below. It's going to be my private group. That's where you can.
Girl, if you see me drinking, keep talking. And what's the ideal person to join your team?
Someone that is definitely similar to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like excuses. You know my journey. My journey is definitely, it's been a tough one. I've overcome a lot of obstacles. I've been through a lot of things. And when people tell me, "Oh, I can't do this," or, "I don't like to sell," I don't sell either. I share. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like excuses. And I want that person that has that mentality, that's ready to go, that's ready to run, that no matter what's happened, no matter what happens, they're willing to keep fighting. They're ready to make it to the finish line. Because let me tell you something. If I could do it with 2 little boys, and I've been through some hell with my sons, not only with them, but just everything, period. You see what I'm saying? And I'm here by myself. I'm in Georgia. No mom, no dad. So yeah, I don't like them. I don't like labor pains.
Girl, we got to end this broadcast because I have shown my gums too much. You got me doing the ugly smile.
Okay.
But no, this was really, really good. I'm so glad that we finally did it. I love working with you. I really, really do. I am so thankful, honestly, that you forced me to go out into the streets because you pushed me out of my comfort zone. And I remember when I told you later, and I was like, girl, I don't be out in the streets like this. And you were like, you don't, but you seem like you know what
But
you're
no,
doing. I was like,
I want you to tell people what you told me 2 days ago, what you thought about me when I first joined.
that you, oh Lord, that you were just a pretty face,
Yeah.
that you were weak. Yeah, I did.
Is that what y'all?
We all make assumptions. I was like, she ain't gonna last. She ain't built for this. She ain't built for this. Because it's just that you, and that's just me being honest. You know I'm a very honest person. But I was like, I mean, it's not, the hardest part about this business is not the business or this profession, because it's not even our company. The hardest part is not the business, and it's not the products or understanding the comp plan or anything like that. The hardest part is you looking at yourself and all your faults and all the things. Not saying that, we're all horrible people, but when you're communicating with people and you don't have like a company to stand behind, when you're just people just buying stuff on the strength of you, there's a lot of work you have to do.
Right.
I know for me, I had to admit that I wasn't as great as I thought I was.
Right.
I had to admit to myself that there were times that I didn't keep my word, that I was not very disciplined. There's a lot of areas that I had to identify in myself that I needed to work on before I could ask anybody to invest their dollar with me to help them get to where they said they wanted to be. And I can't say it was hard, because it still is hard. Every single day I'm learning something good about myself and something that needs improvement.
Right.
So very few people can stay on that journey, but many people who do, they find that the personal development, the growth they experience is so much more rewarding than the bank account growth. And that happens by default when you grow yourself. So, honestly, I would have said that about, at that point in time, I would have said that about anybody, because I know that it's not the easiest thing to do. But now I've grown personally, and I believe in everybody that they can do it, like the water boy. But it's just you and I have talked about that before. You said people look at you and judge you as just being another pretty face, or say certain things, and you're like, where did you get that from? And we all do it. We shouldn't, but we do. But you are definitely one of the strongest people I know. Well, hats off to you. No, I'm just saying,
I want to say too, because you tell me, don't call me your mentor, but I've always looked at you as a mentor. And I even wanted to be you one time, but then I realized I can't be her. I can't speak no Spanish. I can't use no big vocabulary. That ain't me. I wanted to be Kim so bad.
Don't make me spit out this water on this Facebook Live.
But I realized that I have to be myself. And I thank God for allowing you to let me be myself. And you have no idea how you have blessed me and the boys and you. Oh my gosh, you're just such a wonderful person. But not only that, you know, you be tough on me. You know, sometimes I be like, but I know that it's for my greater good, and we've gone
I know
through.
what you be saying in your head. I know what you be saying in your head.
We've gone through
You
so
be
much,
like, hey,
and I
Kim,
do.
let me call you
I
back.
thank God for
I'm
you
like, I pissed her off.
every single day for your wisdom, and I never take it for granted. You know that. You know I look up to
Oh,
you. You my hero. I want to be like
don't
you.
be getting me all mushy. Don't be getting me all in my
I
feelings,
want to
girl.
be like you.
But no, I'm so glad that we finally did this. I love working with you. I thank you for all the times. And the whole thing about network marketing is it is a partnership. Like, I hate the term upline, downline, because like I said, as much as you say I've helped you, you've helped me. There's sometimes that you have had to been like, snap out of it, sis. And I'm like, ooh, I don't want to snap out of it. And as well as other members of the team as well. And I just love the fact that when you build correctly, when you build a team where you're not just looking at for people that, looking out for people that are money hungry or trying to just get some people, or you're looking for a certain type of person that has integrity, that really want to help other people, then the synergy, the energy, the unity, all of that stuff is just, it's crazy, isn't it?
Right.
Ah, crazy.
Right.
So let's not start talking again. Let's go ahead and end this. I'm so glad we did it. And we're gonna upload it to your YouTube. I'll upload it to my YouTube. And guys, when you join Candy B, you get me by default because we're all
Yeah.
connected. We're all connected. All right, so I think you have to end this.
Oh, I do. I do. Okay. Okay. All right. I do. I mean, I do. All right. Bye.
Love you, girlie.
Love you, Kimmy.